Hello guys, welcome back to Mornings with Granny. I hope you're having a good weekend. We've got kind of a overcast day with a little bit of drizzle. They're having the community yard sale downtown, so they've got the streets blocked off and a lot of vendors out selling. So I hope they don't get rained out. And no, I didn't go. I've tried to get stuff out of the house. I did not go. Someone asked me, why declutter? Most people are stocking up and you are decluttering. Well, let me tell you some of the reasons. I guess the best example would be a few months ago, Mom called and she said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Cleaning out the closet." I was looking for something and I knew it was in there, but I had to move like 7 or 8 things to get to it. A few days later, she called again. She said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Cleaning out the closet." She said, "Didn't you just clean that closet out?" And I said, "Yes, but I'm hunting something else and I know it's in here." So at that point, I realized you got too much. You need to get rid of stuff. I started watching the minimalist channels and the Swedish death cleaning, as I have told you before. In fact, my aunt was here the other day and we were watching Swedish death cleaning because she's been thinking about cleaning stuff out of her house. She's got a lot more than I've got to clean up. So we were talking about it. One of the reasons to do it is so that your family doesn't have to deal with all that stuff. It's going to be hard enough on them when you pass without them having to deal with stuff that you could have got rid of. I watched them when my ex-husband died and watched what they went through, and I don't want them going through that. I hope I'm here another 30, 40 years. And if I live as long as my grandmother, I will be. But I don't want the kids having to deal with it. And what good is it the stuff just sitting in a box somewhere? So I'm getting rid of it. For one thing, it reduces the clutter in your house. And I keep a clean house. I mean, you see my house. I got stuff sitting here and there, but I keep a clean house. But it reduces the clutter, and that makes you feel better because it's easier to clean, for one thing. And it saves you money because how many times have you looked for something? I know I have a lot of times. Let's just use a box of salt, for example. Let's say I'm out of salt. And I know I got salt somewhere, but I've got to go through this closet and this cabinet because I'm not as organized as I should be or have the inventory that I should. And it gets aggravating. And you get stressed out, and then you get aggravated, and then you say, well, I'll just go to the store and spend 50 cents or whatever it is and get another box of salt. Fortunately, I live close to the stores. That's kind of good and bad. But you see my point? It's going to save you money in the long run. Because I have found, even though I'm still taking Mom to thrift stores, I'm not buying hardly anything. I did buy a couple of movies. I told you about that. But I don't want to bring it into the house. And if you get rid of stuff that you're not using, for one, you can make money at the yard sale like I did, or you can give it away where somebody else can use it. So get rid of it. And if it's family heirlooms and stuff, ask your kids now, or your nieces or nephews or whatever, do you want this? I know it's hard to part with it, but it's not them, it's just stuff. And I know because I got rid of some stuff that normally I would keep. I had some quilts and pillows and stuff that my grandmother made, and I went ahead and passed them on to the kids because they were going to go to them anyway, so why should I have to store them? So they went on out of the house. It saves you a lot of time because you're not constantly wasting 2 hours cleaning out a closet looking for something, so it does that too. And don't laugh, but it makes the house smell better. And the reason I'm saying that is I kept smelling a musty smell. Now, I keep my house vacuumed, I keep my dishes washed, my clothes washed, whatever, my bed's made. But I kept smelling a musty smell. And I would spray and I would do candles and think I had nipped it in the bud, so to speak. And then I would go off dog sitting, come back, open the door, and it was like musty smell. And I was standing there in front of my books one day and it hit me. That's what I was smelling. these books I'm picking up at thrift stores. So I got rid of over 100 of them. And I noticed I don't have that smell anymore. So that's another thing. And clutter, let's see how I can phrase this. It's not only physical things. Quit cluttering up your mind with all the junk on TV. I mean, be more selective about what we watch. We have an opportunity to have hundreds of channels to watch, but some of it's just not really any good. So quit cluttering your mind up with it. Quit stressing over it. I mean, you just don't need all that going on in your life. Take a breath and, as they say, smell the roses. And I don't know, I'm just enjoying myself more since I've decluttered. I've still got, like I said, a little bit to go, but it's getting there, and then I might start over again. Who knows? But anyway, that's why I declutter. Tell me why you declutter. I received a card from Sue and Steve. Now, Sue and Steve have a YouTube channel they have started, and they are from Georgia. And let's see, I'm going to find the name, Aging Joyfully. So go check them out. They just got it started, so go over and check it out and see what content they have. If you like them, then subscribe. And if you don't mind, I appreciate you subscribing, giving this a thumbs up. And Sue and Steve also invited me to come stay with them. They said they have a guest bedroom. They'd like for me to come stay a couple of nights. I might take you up on it. All right, guys, I appreciate it. All right, I'm going to get back to my decluttering because I just sat down to take a break. I hope you have a good weekend. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up and subscribe. Bye-bye.